dizziness, nausea, vomiting. These are all things that could be an indication of an allergic reaction with your hair color. Hey guys, welcome back to Give Your Hair a Kiss. I'm Kiss, and this is the importance of patch testing. Yeah. If you're new here, hey, hi, hit subscribe. I'm here for you every week to help give your look a kiss. If you're liking what you're seeing, give me a kiss, give me a like, subscribe, comment, share, do the thing, we'll get the dialogue going. So I did some reaction videos, right? Hairstylist reacts to TikTok hair fails. 2 videos. And what I came across was a lot of not only at home cut and color whoopsies, but also some adverse reactions to hair color. And you know, we could all point and laugh and be like, oh no, their whole face. Well, guys, this is important. This is our health. Yes, the way we look is super important to our, our mental health and how we exist in society. But is it worth it if you are swelling and can't breathe and maybe get a rash? No, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. So my goal with this video today is to teach you guys how to properly do a patch test so that maybe you can avoid some of these hair casualties. Roll that disturbing B-roll. Wow, those were scary. Those were scary. I would hate to see anybody have to go to urgent care or the emergency room over a dye job. So, let's get into this patch test. What do I got? So when you're doing a patch test, you want to use the color brand, the color level, and the color tonality that you're gonna be putting on your head. If you're doing a Feria blonde, don't patch test with like a Revlon red. It doesn't make sense. So we're gonna use exactly the same and the exact formulation that we would mix it to go on a scalp application. Patch testing, you wanna do 24 to 48 hours before your color application, okay? Step 1, let's mix our color. I'm going with, just because I just have a little bit left in this tube, I'm going with Alpha Parf Milano, Evolution of the Color Cube in 10.3. So this is a level 10, 3 is gold, so we're going with a golden blonde. So I'm gonna measure out a little bit of this. I'm gonna go with half an ounce, 0.5, just so I can keep these numbers straight and beautiful. That is more color than I need for this patch test, but I'm also happily finishing a tube that isn't enough for me to do anything with anyways. I've got my 0.5. For Alpha Parf, Evolution of the Color Cube, we have a 1 to 1.5 mixing ratio. What does that mean? 1 part color, 1 1/2 part developer. So I've got 0.5 color. I'm gonna zero out my scale. And we're gonna do 0.5 is 1, and half of that would be 0.25. So let's do 0.7, just under 8. And now we're going to give this a happy whisk. Yes, that is too much color for a patch test. You really only need like 0.1 ounce and a little boop of developer, but in the interest in precision and finishing off that tube, this is what we're doing today. Okay. Mix it up, make sure you get all the chunks out of your Nesquik. Nice and smooth, creamy consistency, the same measurements, the same tone, the same developer, and the same consistency that you would be applying on the scalp. Replicate everything in your patch tests. This will help you isolate what exactly in the process, if it's not, the color molecule exactly. Sometimes people have an allergic reaction or a sensitivity, more so. 2 different things. An allergic reaction and a sensitivity. 2 very different things. A sensitivity could be to just the hydrogen peroxide oxidizing and developing the color on the scalp. This is gonna feel like that tingly, it's hydrogen peroxide. They're little bubbles when they oxidize. They gotta like pop and they, activate the color. So you're gonna feel that on your head. Some people in a sensitivity may just experience a little bit of itchiness. An allergic reaction is where you're seeing patches of skin trauma. You're seeing a rash. You're seeing swelling begin to occur. You could experience shortness of breath or a closure in the airway, dizziness, nausea, vomiting. These are all things that could be an indication of an allergic reaction with your hair color. I have my sample 10.3 with 20 volume mixed. So now we're ready to apply a patch test. We can do this in two different areas. We can do this behind the ear and in the ditch of the arm. I know there's a technical term for this. I don't know what this is. Inside of the elbow in tattoo world, it's the ditch. As you see, I haven't tattooed my ditch yet. I'm very much looking forward to it. But you can apply a patch test here. Okay, so here's how we're gonna do that. And to do that, I'm going to bring in my lovely assistant and niece, Miss Zuja. Come on down. Welcome to the kissing booth and give your hair a kiss. This is my lovely niece and assistant.
Hi.
So when we're doing a patch test, can you go ahead and just pull your hair up for me? Typically, I prefer to do a patch test in the inner arm ditch area, just because if there is a reaction behind the ear, I maybe don't want that allergic reaction being experienced on the head, just because airways. Behind the ear, we could see some swelling in the ear that could affect hearing, that could affect balance. So if I have a client who has had a reaction previously to different hair colors or tonalities, we'll definitely go for the ditch. If this is someone who hasn't experienced any sort of hair allergy or sensitivity, we can go behind the ear. But this is very important when you're doing your consultation with your client, is to find out about their history with color and with chemicals. And if you're doing this at home, maybe keep a little journal of it. Maybe Revlon 5, the ashy brown caused this kind of reaction. Be mindful of that going forward when you're doing your hair color at home or you're doing it with a salon. If you've done it at home, you had a reaction, you decide to go to a salon, please let your stylist know. So we're just gonna take a little dollop of our color, boop, boop, right behind the ear. On this little raised bone area. Let it sit. Or we can go right in here. Again, just a little dollop. Boom, boom. We're gonna let that sit. Now, the processing time for alpha par evolution of the color cube is 35 minutes. So what you're gonna do is develop this color for the full time. You're gonna take it off. You're gonna wash it here and behind the ear. You're gonna wash it. You're gonna let that rest for 24 to 48 hours while watching the reaction, if any, before you do your color application. So we're gonna let this sit for 35 minutes and then we're gonna take it off. We're gonna look for reactions. We're gonna keep an eye on it the entire time the client is in the chair or you're at home watching Netflix with your color on your ditch or behind your ear. You're gonna take that off and you're gonna look for any aversions, okay? Back at you in a minute. Okay guys, it's been 35 minutes. Our color is fully developed on the arm, fully developed behind the ears. I know, it just looks like crustiness sitting on there. But all you're gonna do now, I'm gonna grab my wet washcloth. I'm gonna wipe it off and I'm gonna examine the area. I don't see any redness. I don't see any bumps. I don't see any irritation. We're not having any sort of swelling. We're not having any irritation in the throat. We can go ahead and check back here. Just wipe that away. Great. No irritation. If you see a little redness behind the ear, not like a swelling or a rash, but just a little bit of redness, pinkishness. See, this is normal to development, what we have back here right now. This just says, I had color and peroxide on my skin, but not an irritation, not a sensitivity, not an allergy. So then at this point, you can go ahead and wash, soap and water, just to keep the area clean. And then you're going to check on this behind the ear area or the arm area over the next 24 hours before applying your color to the scalp or before your stylist does an application. So if you do a patch test with your stylist, you're gonna follow up with the salon. Typically, a stylist will then contact you, after the 24-hour mark and say, hey girl, what's up? How'd that patch test go? Okay, let's get you on the book. Or, hey, maybe we don't do this color line. Let's explore a different option. And that's between you and your stylist. If somebody has known allergies or skin allergies, skin irritations, and that is communicated between me and my client, yes, we will patch test a color line, be it Manic Panic, Arctic Fox, Kiss, Adore, whatever it is, we will do a patch test just to make sure that we are healthy and safe through the entire color process. So easy breezy, right? So we're all ready to go do a patch test. You're ready to receive some color. And thank you guys so much for joining me today while we did a quick patch test video for our health and safety and beauty. You can check me out between now and next week on social media, Facebook and Instagram. Give Your Hair a Kiss. Visit me at giveyourhairakiss.com. Check out some of my exclusive offers and beauty products. While you're there and happen to find yourself in the New York City area, you can book an appointment with me. Kiss here in the kissing booth. We'll have an amazing time. But until next week, guys, give your hair a kiss.